Hello class 8th, this is Mrs. Sabiha, your history teacher. Hope you all are fine and well. Children, today I am here to make you study history chapter 1, a period of transition. Let us find out what is transition. Children, transition means a great change or movement over a certain period of time. Okay, this is the meaning of transition. Now come to the text of the chapter. History is the study of changing patterns in society. To characterize these changes, historians have divided history into three periods: ancient, medieval, and modern. These broad divisions mark how society, economy, culture, and politics of one period differed from the preceding and the succeeding periods. Please underline the words preceding and succeeding. Preceding means what? Something that occurs before, and succeeding means what? Following or next in order. Okay, so first of all, let us find out or let us understand what is history. Children, history is the study of past, especially about the people, societies, events, and problems of the past. Means, when do we study about past, about the people, about the societies? So we can say we are studying about the history. And history is what? It is the study of changing pattern. Means definitely there are two civilizations, there are two generations, so definitely there will be a great changes between these two civilizations. Okay, so historians have divided the history into three periods, that is ancient, medieval, and modern. And these broad divisions mark how society, economy, culture, and politics of one period differed from the preceding and the succeeding periods. Means on the basis of these three divisions, historians can find out what great changes occur in the generations in among the generations on between the two generations, and these changes may be social, economical, cultural, and political. So on the basis of these changes, we can point out, we can mark, we can find out the changes among the societies, we can find out the changes among the generations, among the civilizations. Okay, it must be remembered that the changes from medieval to modern did not happen overnight. It was a gradual process and took place over a period of time. Also, the modern period did not begin at the same time in all parts of the world. So, what is written here? Children, you should know that the change from medieval period to modern period, as I told you, historians have divided history into three periods, that is what? Ancient, medieval, and modern. If we talk about medieval and modern period, so this changes did not happen overnight. Means we means to say that this is not the process of one day. This is a gradual process, and it took a lot of time, it took a period of time, it took much time. Okay, and in India or in all parts of the world, modern period did not start at the same time. Means the period of starting of modern time is differ in all parts of the world. Okay, so in India, modern period started in 18th century, and this 18th century was the period when the Britishers were dominating over India. They were the masters of India, they were dominating over India. So they brought a lot of changes. Means there was a great changes in society, there was a great changes in the generation from medieval to modern period. And this modern period occurred in India in 18th century, and this was the period when Britishers were dominating over India, they were masters of India. So they brought a great deal of change in the different fields of life, in whether it is social, whether it is economical, cultural, or political. They brought a great deal of changes, and these changes were so smart, we can say these changes were so radical. Radical means what? A great. These changes were great that people said that it can constituted a new period, and that is known as modern period. And on the other hand, the modern period in Europe started from the 16th century. So you just remember the difference. When modern period start in India, started in India in 18th century, whereas modern period in Europe started in 16th century. As I told you, the time of starting of modern period in different parts of the world is different. Okay. Now let us find out what are the different resources to know about the modern period in India. As history is what? History is the study of past. How can you know about one generation? How can you know about one civilization after studying the past, after studying their social, economical and cultural behavior or cultural life? So here, how can we know about the modern period in India? So there are the two resources, that are primary sources and secondary sources. See, what are the primary sources? These include original documents and letters, government reports, autobiographies, newsreels. Newsreels means what? A short movie, we can say a short movie. From where do we get the information? Then newspapers, speeches, audio recordings, video recordings, photographs, sculptures and paintings, and archaeological remains such as monuments and artifacts. Monuments means what? The historical buildings, and artifacts, the objects that archaeologists found during the excavation. Okay, so these are the primary sources, these are the original sources, and many of these primary sources have been preserved in archives and museum. Archives means what? The place where historical documents are kept very safely. Okay, understood? So this is one of the source, this is one of the primary source to know about the modern period in India. Now, what are the secondary sources? Historians study primary sources. When do historians study the primary sources? They observe primary sources and they used to translate them in their own way. So these interpretations constitute secondary sources. These translations constitute secondary sources, and these are available to us as reports, reviews, articles and books by historians. Suppose some of the historians observe the historical monument, historical building of that particular period, of that particular civilization, and then after he has written his own book in his own way regarding that monument. So this book will be the secondary resources. Clear? Understood? So these are the differences between primary sources and secondary resources.